So, all right, Mike, floor is yours.
Going into just a little bit of the collaboration of the community, because I think that's very important. I particularly want to mention Ruin the Man Baby for his contribution to our foreword in the book. He's a tremendous member of our community, along with you know, the Ichibakas and the Thor Odinsons and the Midnight Images and all of our friends that we see on Twitter every day. He has an extensive foreword for the book. It's very flattering to the community, I will say, but I just wanted to share with you the ending of that particular foreword. I think it's something that when I read it at first, because that's the first thing that I read that Stephen had submitted to me, and I thought that it inspired me, and so I want to share that with the rest of our community, because I think that it's very important for people to understand the spirit of where we're coming from with this work. And I think that that Ruin the Man Baby does a very good job of kind of conveying that kind of spirit behind what we're doing here. So I thank him very much for that contribution, and I'd like to share a part of that with all of you.
Okay.
We do not come together to project a political voice. We work together to protect ourselves, to defend our mates against what we see as bullying from the IPs that we love. We celebrate and enjoy the talents of our variety of community members, and hopefully without molestation. And this is thirsty work. Imagine a world where two reasonable people in a talk about the last Avengers film burst into a heated socio-political debate 5 minutes into a simple chat. Why? We see where this takes us. We see where this is heading. The Fandom Menace has been lumped together with alt-right racist, sexist, internet Nazi trolls for simply having opinions that are contrary to the content makers. We know that we are now designated as the new they, the enemy, the other. The infection of social justice tactics and influence now permeates the entire entertainment industry. It has taken control of everything that we love. And if you happen to be someone who does not like the new woke direction of our social climate as it relates to entertainments, you have the bias. And where you expect storytelling but find it non-existent next to twisted and forced social and political narratives and propaganda, you are the Nazi. Yes, this is insane, I know. It is insanely divisive social policy, a pathological approach to everyday good people everywhere. This is an attack on individual thought, opinion, and expression. This pathology in our society is an attack on freedom. The Fandom Menace will not be told that our opinions are invalid because they do not align with the narrative of the content makers, their hate mobs, or their shill journos. We do not fall in line with anyone's thinking. We exercise choice. We exercise freedom. We exercise expression. Bigotards and social terrorists lie directly to our children's faces, and we will fight against this tyranny of false virtue. And we will not allow the continued use of our entertainment and their mediums to espouse hateful and ignorant rhetorics that divide and separate people into hateful little tribes. The Fandom Menace supports each other. We frequently disagree with each other in very healthy and often very open and sharp ways. And everyone tries to have fun while we're doing it without any fear of outrage or offense taking over absolutely everything or anything. Many people say that our community is a space where they can feel that they can finally breathe again. We are proud of that. We should be. To those that would silence us, we are the Fandom Menace. We were created by you. We will not move on while you destroy the things that we love. This is our story, not yours, and it's just begun.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
That's the first time I've heard that. And in classic Jeremy fashion, I'm going to make a spur-of-the-moment decision. I'm going to have him on the channel so we can talk about that specific forward right there, because that was fantastic.
Yes, Anthony Ergo is a wonderful writer. Please check out his works on. He's got 3 books out on Amazon. Check him out. You know, he's really doing a lot right now for the community.
That was incredible. And I'm also going to go ahead and say this too, and it won't be edited out, but I'm going to put my full attention to getting this GoFundMe to get covered for you. We're gonna do what we got to do. So it's going to happen.
Thank you, Jeremy.
So, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff what you guys are doing. I'm happy to be a part of it. I don't claim to be the leader of the Fandom Menace. I know I get called that. If that's what I am, that's what I am. I don't feel like it's necessary to have a leader per se. What are your thoughts on that, guys? What do you think? Is it necessary for the Fandom Menace to have a leader? I want your honest opinions on that.
Go ahead, Mike.
I think that, I mean, back to what you were saying earlier, Jeremy, about leadership. I'm an ex-military fellow, and so that whole executive business of making choices, and some are happy and some are unhappy, it's just a fact of life of executive leadership. And so when you have large amounts of people, demagoguery in this 21st century is something that everybody has to pay attention to, but figureheads and spokespersons and brave people that stand forward for other people aren't something that I think that people should shy away from. I think that it's important. I think that it develops enthusiasm, and people can get behind each other a little easier when they have someone that can lead them. And there are leaders in our community. There's tremendous leaders in our community. And in this indie sphere, and I try to remind all my comic people all the time, because there's frequent sharp ruckus that goes on over on that side of the indie sphere, and we all have to realize that independent creators are alphas, and therefore we have to recognize that about each other. We all have our own ways of doing things. We all have our own ways of getting to the goal, as it were, and we should recognize that about each other, and we should take it easier on each other, and we should help each other more. We should know that that's one of our strengths. That shouldn't be something that divides us.
Yep.
So I think that if leadership can really consider this community, because seriously, Jeremy, a year ago, these are not questions that we had to consider as a community at all. We were just all happy to be part of something. But now that we have such an international backing and such an international following, and things seem to be growing, and people are enjoying it to such a degree that I don't think that it's a bad thing. And I don't think that if people want to step forward into that position, that they should be discouraged at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I personally, and again, I obviously don't have a problem being a leader. I am a leader. I'm the leader of Geeks and Gamers, and I've been a leader my whole life. I think that the Fandom Menace does need leaders. I just don't know if it needs a specific leader, because it wasn't created by an individual. It was created by so many individuals that came together and have created it like this. So I don't feel that it's my duty to claim that. If other people want to call me that, I have no problem taking that role. I have no problem setting a tone. I have no problem battling narratives. Obviously, I don't have a problem doing that. I do it every day. But if other people want to call me that, I have no problem with it. I don't want to call myself that. I'm just happy to be among so many other people within this community. I don't think it's a thing where it's like you come and go, or you have to be Fandom Menace, or you don't. You can be Fandom Menace if you want. And if you don't, you don't have to be. My struggle right now is I've spent so much time helping so many smaller channels, but now I've gotten to the point I don't have time to do what I used to do, and I hate that. So I'm still continuing to try as much as I can, but unfortunately, I'm not going to make everybody happy, and that's that's life.
I'm down on the ground. I've been the people that took me in when I first started pitching this were these smaller channels, the hungry ones, the ones that were looking, to get those subs and put out great content, and those are the channels that third wave. Those are the people that I talk with them all the time. When one of us has a success, we all rise together.
Oh, yeah.
And the culture that has been created by the Geeks and Gamers, World Class Bullshitters, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and others, the culture of helping, extending a hand out and helping one another, that's something that's a part of the fabric of the Fandom Menace. That's something that went out to the second generation creators, and now that they're coming up. And now the third generation creators, the small channels, and now they're coming up, and they're taking those lessons from that. So it's the people out there that help me out. The Lethal Lightning, Black Angus, Mary Mayhem, Immortal Coil, Red Gaze. It's those people, the Rookie Critic. Those people flipped out that came in and took me in. And as we rise, we will help each other rise, especially Drunk 3PO, because he's sexy.
Well, see, and that's very important. I want to make sure that that's pointed out. I want everybody out there in our community to understand that our opponents, they don't have anything like this. They don't have support structures. They don't have networks of people that are creating together. They don't have anything like this. Of course, they're jealous of us. Like Uncle Ethan said, we love that you pay attention to us. We love it. We love it.
Monetize them.
That's right. The Geeks and Gamers philosophy, and it's not exactly the philosophy of the Fandom Menace. As far as like the brand of Geeks and Gamers, the brand takes no position, period. Yeah, but the individuals within the brand all have whatever opinions they want. They don't ever have to go, oh, Jeremy's mad about a tweet I made back in 2012. I don't give a fuck what you said. I don't care. Unless you're disrespecting Christopher Nolan, then I might have a problem. But outside of that, no. But all reality or anything against In-N-Out Burger, because
is it that good? I've never had it.
God, it's so good. But Anna and Jesse don't like it. And this is a problem. I mean, this is a problem.
Is this going to be where the breach comes? It's over a freaking cheeseburger? Is that how it happens?
Yeah. But, you know, I hope that we can, you know, create that within the Fandom Menace in terms of, like, it's just, you know, I love the Ruin the Man Baby, you know, forward. I love that. But yeah, it's really just, we don't have a particular belief. We're not conservatives. We're not, you know, right wing. We're not Trump supporters. We are individuals. That's it. And we have common sense. I think common sense is about the only requirement that you need in the Fandom Menace. Common sense and no SJW. That's really it.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the motto, Jeremy, is spread common sense. Maybe motto, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's because it's not so common these days.
No, it certainly is.
If you've got the ability to deal with an opinion, with an opposing opinion, if you can debate it, if you can do that without succumbing to name calling and you know, doxing, you're fine.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, again, I've said this before. You can like The Last Jedi and be here. I mean, there's a few people that watch my channel that like The Last Jedi. And I'll tell you right now, I respect the hell out of them because I'm like, dude, if you can watch me every day,
right?
You got balls.
No, Mike and I had the conversation last night with the Real Review 3000, Chris Knight, and he likes The Last Jedi, and he laid out all the reasons that he did, and you know, it's a different point of view. I can agree that I don't like the movie, but I respected his ability to articulate why he accepted it.
Absolutely.
Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.